Episode 43. Wheel What You Got, Part 2. Hello, welcome to the 10-Minute Off-Road Podcast. I'm your host, Nikki G. I'm here to inform, delight, entertain, and talk about all things off-road for the next 10 minutes or so. Why 10 minutes? I think that's about how much longer I can hold it in. All right, welcome to the show. Got a little bit I want to talk about this week. I want to talk about wheeling what you got. It seems like every week on Facebook, I always see the same post. Somebody posts a picture of a vehicle they just purchased, and they say, I can't wait to mod this thing up. And I'm paraphrasing, so I can go out wheeling. And, people, sometimes they say, I can't wait to get bigger tires on it, so I go out wheeling with you guys. I can't wait to get lockers on it till I go out wheeling with you guys. I can't wait to get a set of fuzzy dice to go out wheeling with you guys. And I have to say, if it runs, wheel it. There is no perfect vehicle to wheel. You have a stock 1992 Jeep Cherokee, which stock, they almost look like a station wagon. Yeah, you could wheel that. And I have wheeled it. And I gotta tell you, it's a lot of fun wheeling something that's, I won't say not capable, but that's stock. It has limitations, and to me, it's fun pushing it to the limitation. And you should always wheel your vehicle stock. So this way you know how the modifications affect that vehicle. But there is no perfect time. Just go out and wheel it. Wheel it stock, and then put some bigger tires on it, and then now you know what you got. If you keep waiting until you have the vehicle perfectly set up, believe me, that day will never come. If somebody tells you that they're done building their Jeep, they are lying to you. It's an addiction. We always want to do more. But we wheel it the way it is. And I call it Jeep envy. I'm wheeling my Jeep and I'm perfectly happy with it. And then I come across somebody who has like a fuel cell or something like, hey, I want that. And then you come across somebody who has like a cool rough country sticker, and you say, hey, I want that. And I fell victim to that too, until I had a good friend, Frank the Tank, tell me, this is not a competition. You have your rig, you do it your way. I have my rig, I do it my way. Mine's not better than yours is not better than mine. We're all wheeling brothers, and we're all just happy we're all on a same level, so to speak. And I tell you, that touched me and changed the way I think. And so that's it. That's when I adopted the wheel what you got philosophy. So if you have a vehicle and you're working on and you're waiting for the perfect time to wheel it, guess what? That perfect time is yesterday. Grab the keys, hop in it, go to the nearest off-road trail, and drive the snot out of it, and you will enjoy it. I guarantee you. I have not seen too many people not enjoy driving the trail, no matter what you got. Now, it's no fun getting stuck. I will tell you that. But that's part of wheeling. Every time those wheels stop spinning, you learn a little something about how to get them spinning again. Or sometimes the wheels are spinning, and that's the problem. But, no one likes getting stuck, but that's part of wheeling. And you get yourself out of it, and then guess what? You learned, and now you're not going to get stuck next time. Well, in my case, I get stuck every time. I always manage to get stuck in a different way. But you get stuck, you get out of it, you learn, and then you're not going to hopefully make that same mistake twice. But the big thing is, get out there, get the experience. Don't wait for your vehicle to get done. And don't worry about who has the better vehicle. I've went wheeling with people where my modestly built Jeep was the biggest rig. And I gotta tell you, that's a good feeling when you're with people, and they're all looking up to you to, like, I guess, guide them. Which, if you come to Nikki G for guidance, you are really messed up. And I've been wheeling with people where I am the smallest rig, and a group of people who called me one time the little red XJ that could. And I lost my train of thought, but the point I was trying to make is I've been with the big dogs and I've felt inadequate, but no one made fun of me. No one poked fun and say, "Haha, your Jeep's not as built as mine. You can't go over that." And we all had a good fun time. And I've learned so much about picking lines, and I've learned a lot about spotters, who to trust spotting, who not to trust spotting, how to spot a bad spotter. Here's a hint. It's usually the guy holding the beer can. And all you guys out there with built rigs, don't pressure the people with smaller stuff. Don't make them feel inadequate, that they don't want to go out and enjoy the trails. Try to nurture them, encourage them, because let's face it, we all had stock vehicles at one time or another, other than some of these clowns that go out and buy built vehicles and say, "Hey, I'm a Jeeper," which nothing wrong with that either. I shouldn't make fun of that, but I am. Encourage our smaller brothers. Be the big brother that everybody wants to look up to. Go out wheeling with them. And yeah, you're not going to tackle the Black Diamond trails, but take the easier, smaller trails with them, and just mentor somebody. It's a good feeling knowing that you helped somebody discover a hobby, enjoy it, or even nurtured it. And if you're in a smaller vehicle that's stock and you want to go out wheeling, you'll find somebody to go wheeling with. I don't know how it is in everybody's neck of the woods, but in Uwharrie, in my backyard, we go to this place called the Outpost, which is just like a general store where you can buy the pass. But it's got a huge parking lot where we all seem to gather, air down, stage up, meet. Go to the Outpost, you'll run across somebody. And if there's people with bigger rigs that don't want you going with them, respect that. They're probably heading for some heavy trails. They have an agenda in mind, and they don't want somebody that they have to drag along. Know your limitations and expect it, and respectfully accept when somebody doesn't want you with them. I've been on that side of the coin too, and it's hard not to hold a grudge towards somebody when they say, "No, you can't come with us." Your vehicle's not just quite set up for where they want to go. But with that being said, you will find somebody. And when you choose to go with people like that, be careful, because that's how you get axe murdered out in the middle of the woods, just following strangers blindly into the woods. All right, you can catch the 10-Minute Off-Road Podcast on Anchor, the wonderful, beautiful Anchor that hosts this wonderful podcast for free. Did I tell you that? This podcast is 100% free. It doesn't cost me a dime to make it. It doesn't cost you a dime to listen to it. If you are paying to listen to this podcast, first of all, you've got issues. You got bigger issues than we can cover here. Second of all, you're being scammed, because this is free. It's free for me to make, and it's free for you to listen, and the production value shows that. You can contact the 10-Minute Off-Road Podcast at 10minuteoffroad@gmail.com, or you can contact us on the Gram, the Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, but never on TikTok. Everybody out there knows how I feel about TikTok. Although I did have somebody tell me that it's girls twerking all the time, so it can't be all that bad. But still, if you go to YouTube, type in the search engine, Redneck Fails TikTok, and you will pull up tons and tons of rednecks on TikTok, which is pretty funny. So back on track. I'm not going to tell you where to listen to this podcast, because you're already listening to it. You know that. Share the information with me. Let me know how you're listening to the podcast. And don't say with my ear holes. I think I covered all the bases. So on that note, I am out of here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for all the interaction from the people who do interact with me. And if you're out there and you want to interact, but you're scared and shy, that's cool. Just as long as you're listening, I'm digging it. All right, until next time, this is Nikki G saying, wheel what you got and be happy.